target. Instead, they had a row of flashlight bulbs on a bar that was level with the pilot's eye line. The distance between two of those bulbs represented 5 knots of movement at 1,000 yards. But there was no way of assessing the range from the target other than a pilot's experience gained from very regular practice. And thank goodness the Navy's crews had that. The first combat operations by Swordfish were in Norway in April 1940, in both land plane and float plane versions. Back home in that momentous year, 85 years ago, Swordfish kept watch on enemy ports from which an invasion of Britain could be launched. Sometimes they spotted for naval guns. But as time went on, this aircraft's drawbacks became ever more apparent. In November 1940, there was an outstanding feat, the attack on the Italian fleet in port at Taranto. 21 Swordfish were launched from HMS Illustrious. They effectively knocked the Italian fleet out of World War II. And perhaps the best known Swordfish exploit was the involvement in the sinking of the German battleship Bismarck in May 1941. Swordfish actually hit it twice. The first occasion was when aircraft flying from HMS Victorious achieved one torpedo strike that slowed the ship down and allowed Ark Royal to get in range. Swordfish from 3 squadrons flying from Ark Royal then achieved 3 hits on the Bismarck, one of which damaged its rudder and stopped it manoeuvring, whereupon the Royal Navy's home fleet sank it with their guns. Now, the Bismarck operation was a good example of how the Swordfish had certain advantages. It flew so slowly that the Bismarck's flak guns found it difficult to track the biplanes, and its guns struggled with close-in targets. Plus, the Royal Navy's crews were very well trained, as I said, in the delivery of their torpedoes, and the aircraft was stable and controllable. But the so-called Channel Dash of February 1942 really brought so many of the inadequacies home to bear. 6 Swordfish from 825 Squadron, led by Lieutenant Commander Eugene Esmond, who had led the attack on the Bismarck by that squadron, set out to stop the German Navy battle cruisers Gneisenau and Scharnhorst and the heavy cruiser, the Prince Eugen, from sailing through the English Channel from their port at Brest in France to the German home ports. All 6 Swordfish were shot down by the very heavy defences. Esmond was posthumously awarded the Victoria Cross for his valour.